Namaskar and welcome to all of you and our guest. Today I welcome to our esteemed guest, the two students of our veterinary college, and I'm proudly being a part of this podcast as a representative of our MR Veterinary College. And I want all of you to know what it is to be the part of this noble profession, which is a veterinary science. So let's start with our podcast, and I would like to start this without any further delay. So I would like to introduce you.
Thank you for having us here, ma'am.
Yes.
And my name is Ruchika. I come from Haryana itself, and I am here studying in the first year BVSc course of MR Veterinary College, Jajjur.
Thank you, ma'am. Be with us. I am Anush from Himachal Pradesh, and I am studying at MR College of Veterinary Science and Research Center, first year BBSc NEET student.
Okay, so I would like to ask you the journey about you, both of yours. Like, what was the first impression of this college? Like, when you entered to this college, what was the first impression that came into your mind?
Well, me, ma'am, coming to a veterinary college, it is completely a new terrain for me. And I was not expecting much, neither was I assuming anything here. I had no exposure about it actually. So coming here, I was kind of nervous, quite hesitating to be here, but actually I found out that it's really wonderful. And everybody came out helping me, everybody came out talking to me and cooperating with me, so I quite settled down.
Yeah, and same with me, ma'am. Like that, I'm very interesting to join this college from very far of my schooling age also, because my aim is only to become a veterinarian, not a human doctor. So that's why when I entered this college and I saw this college through every corner, so every corner welcomes me with the grateful hands. So that was my first gesture to this college.
So I would like to know that what surprises you the most? Like, what surprised you the most in this MR Veterinary College?
Yeah, ma'am, surprises like that. In humans, we study the skeleton of only one animal,
Okay.
only one human being. But here, when we go to anatomy lab, we saw the skeleton structure of many species like hearts, kettles. That was such interesting for me.
Okay.
And,
What about you?
Actually being an aspirant for studying MBBS, and I was very, determined that I would become an MBBS doctor.
Right.
But I ended up here in a veterinary college. But here I came to know actually that we treat human lives far more than we treat an animal life. So that is a misconception. When I came here, I learned that how we treat an animal life is so much, it means so much to us, and the gratitude that we pay to animals and the take care and the treatments that we do, that fills my heart with warmth.
Okay, so that surprised you the most.
Yes.
So I would like to know, like, what motivated you to come to this college, and how did you get to know about this college, like MR Veterinary College specifically?
Yes, ma'am. I'm like that. This college comes under LUAS, which was a very reputed university all over India. So when we go through the list of colleges of LUAS, so we saw the MR College. Like itself at a very good location. It's very near to Delhi also, and near to every metro city. We have a metro cities also near to this college. So that's why every exposure we have here. Markets also, we have movie theaters, we have good malls and all. So that's why this college fascinated me a much.
Okay, and how about you?
Actually, I come from Haryana, so it's quite familiar with me to be here in a place, and I'm quite comfortable being in a place in the state itself.
Okay.
So I was looking forward to colleges which would where I would pursue this degree. And when I first visited this college, actually, I had not looked for visits for any other college. So this was my first visit to the college. And when I came here, when I looked around the college, when I looked at the clinics and everything, I think it quite settled this thing within me that I had to come here.
So you already knew about this college?
Yes, I
and
knew about this
beforehand,
college.
but you had not visited.
I had not visited, actually.
Okay. So I would like to know about the journey of both of you. Like, how do you feel when you find out about, like, you had been selected for this college now? You already knew about the college, and you knew afterward, right? So after you got selected in this college, then how did you feel about it?
first of all, we feel very great to
Okay.
be the student of this college. And secondly, the passion, when passion meets profession, it's a very great thing for me also and my family also.
Okay. What about you?
Actually, I was introduced to this college and I had a visit as well. So being here was, I was quite familiar when I came here.
Okay.
So it was a great experience. I made friends, I have been communicating with people, I have settled here. So it's been a great experience overall.
So I would like to know that was what veterinary science was always your dream, or it developed after a certain time period, you know?
No, actually veterinary science was never my dream.
Okay.
So actually, I come from an aspirant mind. I come from this thought that I had to do MBBS.
Okay.
I put myself 3 years into preparing. I took 3 drops for that. I scored as good as 611 marks, but unfortunately, I could not end up into a MBBS college. So next on, I had this choice that where would I go? So I had this somewhere. I had this instinct for animals. So I thought, why not veterinary?
So my personal specific question from you, that you said that you felt very unfortunate when you didn't get selected
Yes,
in
yes,
the
I
MBBS, but now you got selected in the veterinary science college. So how do you feel fortunate about it, or do you feel that this is now I've got this college now, so this is that I'm very fortunate about this college now. Do you feel that way?
Well, to be honest, in the beginning, I did not used to.
Okay.
Because I was very much into this MBBS thing. So, but when I came here, when I actually thought about it, that what profession you are into, and it is a noble place to be. So, slowly, when things happened, when I got to the classes, when I had a look to the clinics, when I looked at the faculties, when I looked at my seniors approaching animals in a certain way and treating animals' life like that.
Okay.
So, I was very satisfied with this thing, and now I would say that I do not regret being in this college.
Okay,
It's
that's
a wonderful place.
I would like to know about from you.
Same manner, I have interest from my begin schooling time, and my interest built up at the time when my family have already 2 MBBS doctors in my family, but that also do not motivate me to go in the MBBS. So I think I have a great willpower in me to be my passion first.
Yeah, that's really actually applaud. I should applaud you for that, because
And you know that in Indian families,
Yeah.
parents will force you to go because your brothers and sisters are in the same field. Why you go to veterinary? But I told them to know I have to perceive that. And this NEET, after 12th, I score a good score.
Yeah.
And they told me to have one drop. You got MBBS next year surely. But then I denied that thing, and I told that no, I have to do veterinary and I have to go to college. Then they support me, and then we have the counseling process, and we got this college.
Okay, that's very nice. Actually, it's very we need to be very strong actually to chase our passion.
Yeah.
Actually, and you chose the passion for yourself, and that's very commendable actually.
Thank you.
So I would like to ask the question about the academics. Like, you have been already studied about the subject biochemistry and many more. No, not biochemistry. Sorry, anatomy, physiology, and LPM.
Yes.
So far, so I would like to know that which subject do you enjoyed the most out of these 3, and why did you enjoy it?
For me, I guess it would be physiology.
Achha,
Not
it
many
would be.
people like it.
Okay.
But I think I have been so much involved into studying this, and I had this pre-idea of the concepts here. So it interests me to know more and dig into it. So actually, basically, usually people like LPM more because
Okay.
it's a farm thing and you go and see, and it's a practical subject. But to me, because I could dig into the subject and it's so vast, and I can actually turn pages and pages, and I would not be tired of it. So to me, physiology.
So human physiology, you've already started before, only like while preparing for the MBBS. So it was easy
Yes.
for you and easy for the grasp. Like,
Yeah, it was easy.
Okay. And what about
And in the
you?
same manner, I love anatomy.
Anatomy, okay.
Because I give this reason you later in this podcast. But
Okay.
I love anatomy a lot because we see the inner side of the animal. Because outside the animals are like very cute and all we saw, but from inner side they're not cute.
They're horrible for you.
Horrible. So
Achha.
the thing is that I like anatomy.
So, like, I feel that you're very good in the anatomy. So I would like to know that which book you would like to refer to the people who want to study anatomy.
For first year BBSc, you can go to RK Ghosh.
RK Ghosh. What way? Session as Crossman, and actually that book is there, right?
Yeah, but it's like I thought that it's a high level.
Oh,
It's not for
okay. So you didn't
UG level.
study that. You
Yeah.
studied on the UG
Okay,
level.
yes.
Okay. So was it hard to adjust in this curriculum, academic curriculum, or if it was hard for you, how did you manage it? How did you adjust it to this academic curriculum?
I guess it was tricky for both of us, you know.
Yeah,
It
sure.
was tricky because here when we came, the schedules, we found it so tight because after the NEET, I guess the counseling procedure itself took 6 months or something like that. So we had been so cozy in the rooms and at our homes.
Okay.
So coming to a college and that the schedules were like 9:30 in the morning until 12:30 our classes would go on. Then we had to cook and take our meal in the afternoon, and then post that we had our practical classes as well, which would end up by 3:30 or something like that. So it was kind of tricky to handle all this, and
Okay.
we were feeling restless
Okay.
in the meantime, but now I think
So how did
we
you
are okay.
manage it? Like,
We actually went through it
okay,
somehow.
you
and
went
we-
through it somehow.
Yes.
What about you?
I'm like, I say once again that when you have the passion in this, so it can't be hectic for you. It will become interest for you and interesting.
I feel
So-
that we have got a very, very passionate person here around us.
Very determined.
But see, if the thing is like this was a medicine for us, because if I have interest for those things, I go again and again and I got collide to them and I learn more and more things from them there. So it was like that good for me. No hectic. It's a little bit hectic, but it's manageable. No hectic.
So I would like to ask the next question about the campus life. Like, did you guys make any friend here at the college, and who is your best friend?
Friends, many indeed, you know.
Okay, many.
Many. I mean, our fellow batchmates are really nice people. And not just fellow batchmates, our seniors are very helpful indeed. So we have interactions among our seniors also who guide us. And, you know, when it's exams and we run around the campus and we do not know what to do. And
Okay.
then
So you always call to your senior like at the last moment of exam and say, what going to come in the exam, right?
They are calling
No.
to their rooms. They will call
they
them to come
actually-
with your books and we study together.
Okay.
they'll actually
that's-
refer us. They'll
We'll teach
mark us things that okay, this is something that you need to read, and this is the most important stuff that you gotta read. So something like that. You know, I actually from here, my home is just an hour away. But just to enjoy this campus life, just to be here in the hostel, I took the hostel and I'm loving it.
And what about you?
Ma'am, and same manner I belong to Himachal Pradesh, is a beautiful state. So I have a little bit doubted can I adjust there or not by
Okay.
leaving my home state and coming to Haryana. But the people got very nice people around me. I got and they are very polite to me. So I will adjust easily here. And like seniors, she taught that they are very good. Like same manner they are good to everyone. They are supporting us. They are teaching us every difficult topic that we can't able to understand in our class in theory classes. So they are very good. That's
So to be precise, that according to you, you said that your seniors are friend. To be precisely, you told when I asked about the friends,
Yeah.
you mentioned the seniors. That
Yes.
seniors are very helpful and they helped you during examination. They taught you about very interesting topics.
Yes.
So to be precise, that seniors are your best friends. So is there any advice they have given you so far that that you liked personally? You both liked personally, actually.
To me, what they keep on saying is whatever you do, whatever you are doing here in the campus, just make sure that you study.
Okay.
That make sure whatever happens, and you need to chill in the college life, you need to enjoy your college life. That is one part. But do not hang on with the studies, that you do not skip the study part. You keep on studying, complete certain portions time to time, that it does not make a load on you when it comes to externals. So this is something that I have picked up, and this is an advice that I admire the most about.
Yeah, and ma'am, seniors are always that good for us. But I come to my batchmates because we have batchmates from all across the India.
Yeah.
From Kerala, Tamil Nadu, I'm from Himachal, Haryana, Punjab, and like Mumbai. We have students around me from every state. So we have like diversity of people here. So we can make friends through all over the country.
So out of those, to whom you are acquainted with the most?
I'm acquainted with mostly first I prefer Haryana because my roommates are from
Achha, Haryana. Okay,
and after that
okay.
I go towards Bombay.
Okay. No, I would like to know the name, specific
Oh,
name.
names. as Paris. He's a CR of a class also.
Okay.
And he's a very nice. He's doing well in his duties towards class.
Do you want to take any specific name?
Yeah, Sukhmanpreet, she's from Punjab and she's such a nice girl.
Oh my God.
Yes.
So, I would like to ask your favorite place in this whole campus.
The ground maybe.
A place we have near our clinical complex.
Okay.
It's a very nice.
Yeah, to me it's the ground.
So
Because
why?
at night we got a view of moon here.
Okay. Moon and star.
Yeah.
Okay. So, let's finish this thing and I'll just come to the veterinary profession. So I would like to ask some question about the veterinary profession. So, my question is, what does it? What does being a veterinarian mean to you? Like,
I mean, it's honoring and humbling both at the same time.
Okay.
Because I had said it earlier as well, but it's important that we see animal lives as lives. We don't even treat them as lives. We think that it's okay for a dog or for a stray dog to be injured and with a broken leg and it stays there. We don't see them as lives. We actually treat that when a human is sick, it needs to be treated. When an animal is sick, it does not need to be bothered. So for that, I guess it's a very humbling profession. It's a very noble profession that you've got to treat somebody that cannot even talk. They can't even talk back. They can't even tell
show the
you.
emotions.
Yes, they can't even say that this is the problem with us. We need a treatment. If they're lying, they're lying.
Yeah.
There's something happened to them. So if there are people which are humans enough, because we are humans, but we are not being humans. So
I would like to know that there are so many people who likes to pet a dog or a cat, but when they get sick, they throw out of the house, or they throw them, as such, like
it becomes
nameless.
a burden.
What do you feel about that? What do you think about that thing?
It's a very pretty thing.
Mansi, as a veterinarian, there are very cruelty rules we study.
Yep.
So I thought that there should be implementation on them, towards them, because that was not a right thing. Like for humans, we have old age homes, but for animals, we won't have such type of things.
Yeah, we have nothing for them.
For animals is not a burden. Like for companion animals, we go, they are like a family. But due to some circumstances, or I don't know, due to some trauma the people have, I think they bite or something, the bat have bite them, so they will treat them very badly. That was not a good thing. If your children bite you or if children beat you, you can't throw the children outside now.
Yeah.
You will consult a doctor for that child. That was also a child. Pet is also a child. Consult a doctor. The doctor will treat your pet very nicely.
What is the reason for the excessive aggression or why it's biting you? So I think that's a very good
Actually,
answer.
it is a very pity thing that they keep them for so long. They keep them for 10 years straight. And then they can throw it out of the house like it was nothing to them. So it is a very pity thing for people to do like that.
And I want to
So
say,
have you encountered that specific thing in your life, that somebody had a pet and they threw out just because they were not able to treat the animal, or they were not able to, they thought that the animal got burden on them?
Yeah, ma'am. See, today's era we are seeing cows around us on the
Yeah.
road. They are burdened because when they are not milking, they are burdened to the farmer, and they are throwing the cow outside. And one reason is that when they are not reproducing, please consult a doctor. Why their estrous cycle goes incorrect? Consult them.
Repeat
treat
breeders.
them. Treat them so they will be productive to you. And please keep them in their houses and treat them very nicely. Do not throw them outside on the roads.
Okay. So she told us about what a veterinarian being to her. So I would like to say.
Ma'am, I'll explain only in single line that
Okay.
veterinarians are not treating humans, but we are treating humanity.
Okay.
That's why.
That's a really nice answer. Okay, so I would like to know about the veterinary profession. Okay. Further, like in terms of the personal growth. Okay. So, what lesson did you learn after joining this college as a veterinarian now?
Ma'am, see, we can see in around us, those who do not have knowledge of veterinary. The people knows only the doctor will wear a gloves and use paraffin and do rectal examination. But that was not a reality of a veterinary doctor. The reality is that we are working in different species. We are working around every field. And the meat you consume, the surprising thing, that is also checked by a veterinarian, then only that serves to your plate. So we are not the doctor only to do rectal examination. We also deserve respect. We also deserve everything that you respecting other doctors.
So that you learned after joining this college?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, what about you?
Well, actually, something that I learned that, similar like Anush said, that people do not respect veterinarians.
Okay.
That I learned this thing here, and it is very shocking to me that this is what it is. But actually, somewhere I think this thing is growing, and people will get to know about it. So we are kind of waiting for that.
No, you're waiting, but what did you learn from after joining this college as a veterinarian?
Ma'am, learning is that you have to learn every time. You can't prolong.
So learning is also that you have to learn for
new things. Because
yes.
in the medical field,
You cannot stop. You cannot pause. You cannot hold on. When you have lives to save, you cannot hold on. You cannot.
You can take rest. If you take rest, it will all go to waste. That
you cannot bring your own life different and the animal life different. You'll have to keep on going. You have to keep on studying all this time. You have to keep on learning basically. If not studying, you have to keep on learning, so that when it comes to you, you are an efficient doctor. You are somebody who actually has a skill.
Ma'am, like you're becoming a doctor and becoming a good doctor is a great difference.
That's
somebody with a degree and somebody with a skill.
Some only be a good doctor. So be a good doctor is a great thing.
So what do you want to become?
Ma'am, as I posed the question that I love anatomy most, so I want to become a surgeon.
Actually, you want to be a surgeon. So I would like to know that one piece of advice that you want to give to the students who will be coming next year into this college, this MR Veterinary College.
Yeah, see, do not be late. Do not go for MBBS and all. Do not drop and drop. Please come. We are waiting for you and we are welcoming you. So please come and join this college. There are very good faculties, very good experience, and very good environment you have here.
Say them that you will be the very good senior.
Yeah, we are going to be
And you're gonna help
very
them.
nice seniors.
So that's why they're waiting. You know, they will be coming to your college.
You're coming.
Actually, even from my side, I told you already that I took like 3 drops, and it's very tiring. It's very exhausting to be in a place where you are very unidentified. You are doing nothing actually when you are dropping.
And you get motivation from me also. After 12th, I want to carry single drop, and I could singly with my willpower that I have one decision to be a veterinarian and I come to this college and I will choose the veterinary profession. So you also be.
But for me, please do not repeat mistakes like I did. So I guess as early possible, if you are into something, get into that. If you have a passion for something, get into it right away, because the more you delay it, the more it is getting to you late. So I guess that is.
Okay, so you mean to say that unless or until your passion is not to be in the MBBS college, do not delay it further just because you want to try it, you want to try your luck for the next time. So just come as soon as possible because you both are waiting for them, right? Okay, so we will finish our podcast here for this all of the journey and other academics and every other thing, but we will be doing very interesting that is a rapid fire question. Okay, you both are ready for the rapid questions? Sure.
Yes.
Okay, so I would want you to choose out of 2 the one specific. Okay, so dog or cat?
Dogs.
Why not cat?
They are scary and they are very
aggressive. Okay. So the next question is part animal or wild animal?
Wildlife. It fascinates me so much.
Wildlife.
Yes.
Okay. What fascinates you in the wildlife?
We recently had a zoo visit. So being in a place where you actually have something wild which has not been tamed and which has no experience of you have no experience of them.
Okay.
So treating something like that is thrilling and exciting both at the same time.
So I've heard that you both went to the zoo and you got an experience about the zoo. So which animal do you feel was very cute but was very giant at the same moment of time? Elephant. You found
because we saw male and female there. Only 2 we have, and they are very eating together.
Eating together. Oh wow. So
in people we can't see this thing. I think.
The white
people we also
the
eat.
white-
We are eating, but we are like little bit aggressive when we eat. Why you eat little much from my plate and all?
Okay. Actually, they were sharing.
Sharing, yeah.
Sharing was
Wow.
caring.
Yeah.
And
If they have picture, please put the picture on the screen of the elephant.
okay, that's really nice.
not cute, but the white tigers were like really nice there.
They were giant, but for you they were cute.
It was not cute, but it was like really nice to see them there.
Oh.
Because you
Okay.
don't really find white tigers generally.
Third question: stethoscope or microscope?
Stethoscope.
Stethoscope. Okay. Why not microscope?
See, microscope. As I am in first year, we have to study histology, and there are many slides. So I
Okay.
can't able to remember them. So I hate
Oh
it.
my God.
Yeah.
And you know the feeling of a
Microscope.
microscope and a stethoscope
The
is
more
different.
you see, the more you feel that your eyes are
Yeah,
going to
yeah.
be sore now.
Blurred
That
out.
also.
And the stethoscope gives you a feeling of a doctor.
Like heartbeat, like thuk thuk
Yeah,
thuk
yeah.
thuk. You know that
To listen
that's
somebody's beat is like
and the,
another feeling.
and the doctor feeling that it gives you.
yeah, very nice. Lab coats or scrubs?
Scrubs.
Lab coats.
Lab coats. I think you will be further wearing the scrubs when you will join the
That was
surgery.
winter free, na, so we have to-
But you will
I
prefer the lab coat. Okay. So the next question is dairy animal or companion animal?
Dairy
Both.
animal. I go to dairy.
Oh no, you have to choose only one.
Dairy animal.
Dairy animals. Why dairy animal, not
Because
companion?
see, this time, in this era, people needs more economy,
Yep.
more income. So for them, we have to treat farm animals very vitally because the reproductive cycles or every single FMD you have heard, anthrax, all these diseases. So we have to be aware of them. Like mastitis is a disease that will kill the farmer. If the mastitis affect the animal, the farmer will goes in loss.
Economic loss, and that's a huge loss for them. Okay, and what about you?
For me, actually, I hold a very, I have
Soft
this
corner for
soft
companion
corner
animals.
for companion animals, but I come from a family which rears
Oh,
dairy
yeah.
animals.
Pet
also.
breeders?
You have a dairy.
Actually, you have a
Yeah,
dairy.
a small dairy farm. So I come from a
So
family.
that's not a companion one, right?
No, I'm talking about that I have a soft corner for companion animals as well. But I come from a family where we have we are having cattle and buffaloes as well. So yeah, that is why I answered both. So
No, but you have to answer one now. As for you, what would you choose, like out of these two?
companion animal.
Companion animal. So if I see you, I should not be surprised in the future when I see you treating any pet animal, because I think you are more loving or caring towards the pet animal or companion animals, right?
Yeah, indeed.
Okay. So I'll be waiting for that. Okay, in future.
Sure.
Okay, the next question is that which animal scares you the most?
As I had told, cats.
Cat. Okay. Why do they scare you the most?
Because they are like very reactive to anything. They
Okay.
need their personal space. You can't disturb them, even their permission.
Okay.
They will give permission only, then you can touch. So that's why.
And what about
For
you?
me, I've been sometimes run after by a dog, so maybe I'm a little scared about them. But after I've had connections with people who have dogs, so I'm quite comfortable. But yet, it will be an image in my mind about dogs that they can run after you.
So have you not got bite by any animal like in your life?
Not.
Not really. So that's why you love dog, no? When once dog will bite you, you will not be able to love that animal. I assure you. Okay. So my next question is like one animal you would love to treat.
Horses.
Horses. Okay.
I want to treat lambs.
Lambs.
A baby of sheep.
Okay, lambs.
They're
Okay.
cute.
So do you know any diseases particularly related to lambs?
Like I know the vices of lambs, like the foster lamb stealing.
Mm-hmm.
Because the mother will left over her lamb away and ran away from the lamb. So I want to take care of that lamb.
Oh my God.
And so
Is,
if I got such lamb, and I'll take care for that lamb.
wow, very nice. Very nice.
Horses are very sensitive beings. They're very, they feel the connection for humans.
So are you not scared when horse will, kick you?
But the soft corner for them will always stay, I think, because once they're treated nicely, I think it understands. It understands that it is somebody who can actually feel them, who can actually treat them. If you are good with horses, I guess horses are good with you.
Okay. So my question is that one disease that you've heard about the most in the field practices or farm practices, or the moment you have entered to this college, you feel that this disease is very prevalent and I've heard about this disease a lot.
FMD for me.
Rabies and FMD.
Rabies and FMD, okay. So do you want to say anything about these two diseases?
Yeah, like if you suspected any dog of rabies, so please call a doctor and vaccinate it, and with the Raksha virus, I think Raksha vaccination we have for rabies. So please vaccinate the animals, and not only your animals but street animals also. And do proper care of your cattle and buffaloes, and do regular vaccination of FMD.
Okay.
For FMD, actually you have to keep the cattle or buffalo away. If you keep it there, it'll spread. It'll infect the whole farm. It'll,
It's a viral disease.
It'll be a loss to you.
I'm one suggestion to people also, because we are the first line of defense. We are not saving humans but animals too. Sorry, I am going too wrong, but we are not saving animals but humans too. Like you have heard about zoonotic disease. They can spread from animals to humans. So we can aware human also, that we apart from that. Do not discard the animal if your animal is suffering from some zoonotic disease. So
Keep them or quarantine them,
Yeah, quarantine
away
them.
for some
Yeah.
period of time, but do not discard them
yeah,
because they are also a living being and you should be taking care for them.
Yeah.
If you have once committed to them, you should be committed for the whole life. Yes. So I would like to ask you that if you could specialize today, what would you choose? Like what subject or anything, like what would you choose?
Maybe wildlife interests me more, so I'll definitely pursue somewhere in the place where there is wildlife and where I can be in interaction with wild.
Okay.
I will go for anatomy professor or surgery.
Surgery, but you said you like the surgery more.
Yeah, like anatomy I like more. After that surgery it's come, and surgery and anatomy will combine and become a professor. Also I can become professor as well as surgeon.
Okay.
So both. And we have I think one exam like ICAR-PG. Through that I can do.
I see RPG.
I see.
Okay. So what one word that would describe the veterinary profession?
Lifesavers.
Lifesavers, okay.
Everything for animals. We have the everything for animals.
Okay. Everything?
Yeah, because animals do not have any other to take care over them. So we are only there. Because when we go to hospital, doctor is only the everyone for us.
Yep.
Only he is the god for us. That's why we are the god for animals.
Okay. So I would like to this fictional question, okay? Like if you get a superpower to talk to any animal, which animal would you choose to talk to, and what would you say to them? Like,
To me, it would be a bird somewhere, because I had a laughing dove. It's a bird that I rescued somewhere in my knee journey. So it stayed with me for like 3 months approx, and I had developed a soft corner for it. I was very attached to it. So I would sometimes wonder if I could talk to it, if I could ask how it feels about me.
okay,
And,
so you are so self, introspective, you can say, or you can self-obsessive. So you want to ask the animal that how do you feel about me?
No, as in how does it feel
Okay.
being in a place? How does it feel to be among humans, and how does it feel to be free? And because it's something in me, so I would
I'm
like.
sure that Doug would have said that you're quite lovely girl, right? What about you?
I'm in the same manner. I will talk to animal like cow, you can see, and I ask that how you thank a doctor who treats you.
Okay,
Because I saw one reel.
you want a thankful message
Yeah,
from
because I saw one reel where I saw that veterinarians are thankful by animals through bites, through kicks.
Okay.
Or not. But I want to ask if that's really true or not, because
Okay.
they knows how to thank.
I think they thank you for by kicking you or
Yeah,
biting you.
So I want to confirm that they're kicking like they're thankful like that or not.
No, they kind
I
of
think-
lick
I
you.
want to
Most
lick.
Then
animals.
I really want to know that as well. All the veterinarians, when a horse is kicking you, you should know why that horse is kicking you.
No, but most
I think
animals.
he is thankful to you.
Most animals lick you
Oh,
also,
lick
so
you
it's
also.
not always the kicking
So don't
part.
take the kick like aggression, take it thankful.
Takes his thank
Animal have animal.
notion of thankfulness.
Yeah.
Okay, so my question is that which animal do you think has the most attitude?
Cats.
Cats. I think they're savage. I think they are very, when you say someone is sophisticated, I instantly think about the cat. I think cats are very, very sophisticated animal.
Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am. I'm the queen of veterinary.
Yeah,
they
the
call-
queen.
No, they call it for a reason.
Yeah,
actually.
yeah. Actually, when you see a cat, and you try to do something like you want to play or something, they will do instantly. They will turn their face around. They will walk off
And ma'am,
from
when
that
they want
place.
to play, they will come and rub their self to us.
Yeah.
You know, the slave.
They're very moody.
Why we call it a catwalk? Because it's slaves.
Okay.
So-
Yeah, they're just they're very savage actually. So why do I say this? Because audiences, my favorite animal is cat. So I really
Ma'am,
appreciate the
that's why
cat.
we have a debate on cat.
Okay.
We can talk about it later.
So I would like to ask you one last question. That is one veterinary myth that you like to bust. That one veterinary myth you have been listening to and you feel that you want to bust that myth.
The same only I told that people thought that to wearing a glove and paraffin vaccine to a rectal examination, it's not true about it. We have a maximum wide scope in this field.
Mm-hmm.
We can do anything that we want. We can build up our companies. We can go in companies like Amul, Verica, and we can go for further research, further studies, and we have a multiple scope in this.
Okay, and what about you?
Actually, people thinking veterinarian just somebody who can pull an injection out and does that,
And then-
and just that is their job.
Huh.
So it is way besides that. We treat a lot. We can treat wildlife. We can treat dairy farms. We have a passion for companion animals as well. We are way beyond what people imagine.
Okay.
That this is a veterinarian. It is not a narrow scope. It is a vast field. It is growing. People are not realizing it. So it is a myth that a veterinarian is just a limited.
Limited to certain things like
Yeah.
just taking out the gloves and putting the gloves,
Yeah.
while wearing the gloves, doing rectal examination
Yeah.
or
Because
those
that
things you
is
said.
the most that they have seen.
Yeah.
Anybody having pets might have had an exposure to a veterinarian more. Anybody having a dairy farm might have had an exposure. But otherwise, I don't think people really have an exposure to as how veterinarians are. How do they serve actually to humans and both animals? So maybe this is the myth, and this is something that they have developed within. That it's such a small thing to do, but veterinarians they play an impact.
I think you said that right, that there are people who are not exposed to the veterinarians a lot more in their life, so they think that their role are limited to the certain things only. But I feel that after you guys, and there are many guys who are taking admission in this veterinary colleges, Amar veterinary colleges would be one of the example. I think they will be exposing to this more and more, and they will be learning about being a veterinarian more about through you guys or through any other student in their life. So at last, very, very personal question I would like to ask both of you, that how do you feel we are doing podcast over here, and how do you feel that, I would like to ask that specifically and personally from both of you. Like,
It feels wonderful. It feels
it
great
feels
to be
wonderful.
here.
It's like, say to that.
Yeah, it feels wonderful to be here. It feels wonderful
Yes.
to be in the presence of ma'am, to be in the presence of everybody here. The people are really nice here. The people are really cooperative. So it's great. It's wonderful to be here.
And the same feeling I also have, like to express inner feeling is very great, because no one here to ask us how you came this field and why you came here. Only you came, you study, you become a doctor and you go. But from this, we can express our feelings. So it's a great opportunity for me also.
Okay, so here I end our podcast, and I hope this podcast brings some help to the students who are going to take admission further in this college or any other veterinary colleges. And I would like to say, have a wonderful journey ahead, and I would like to hope for your best future ahead. And I would like to come again and with new podcast again. And I hope you enjoy our conversation. Okay, thank you so much. Thank you both of you.
Thank you for
Thank you,
having
ma'am.
us.